When it comes to your Amazon wholesale business, I'm willing to bet that 80% of your profit is coming from 20% of your products. And I'm also willing to bet that 80% of your profitable products are coming from about 20% of your suppliers. And so if you're not familiar with this concept, it's called the 80-20 rule. And it's something that I'm going to go into in a little more detail here on this video. But before I get started, if there's anything that in this video that helped you out, be sure to like the video and be sure to subscribe for more, because I come out with these videos pretty much every weekday. And also be sure to leave a comment if you have any specific questions, because I might be able to address it in a future Q&A video as well. So as I mentioned, the 80-20 rule is something that has been around for a very long time, and it basically states that 80% of your outputs come from 20% of your inputs. And so what that looks like in the context of your Amazon wholesale business is that you, as the business owner, there's probably about 20% of your daily efforts that are driving 80% of the outcomes in your business, right? And so the idea is to really hone in on that 20% and focus on that 20% and try to get that remaining 80% of stuff that really doesn't move the needle off your plate, either through delegation or just through elimination. So when it comes to our Amazon wholesale business, I know for a fact, because I've done this analysis and I do this analysis on a regular basis, that the 80-20 principle almost perfectly applies to our business, in the sense that we've got, I would say, on average, 10 primary suppliers that we're ordering from on a regular basis, and 2 out of those 10 suppliers typically account for 80% of our profit. Now, that's not a great place to be in terms of diversification, and we're actively looking to add new suppliers constantly to kind of skew that result the other way. But at the end of the day, with all the churn that you see on the supplier level and on the product level, that 80-20 rule is more or less going to hold constant throughout your business and throughout your efforts. And we've drilled down even further to find that when it comes to any specific supplier, of all the products that we're ordering from a given supplier, there's about 20% of the products that we order from them that account for 80% of our profit from that distributor. So you see how the 80-20 rule applies on the level of my effort as the business owner, and it trickles down to the level of profitability at the supplier level, which trickles down to profitability at the SKU level, and on and on. So really this rule applies through every aspect of your business. And as far as my daily efforts are concerned, so this is something that I really try to get better at, is identifying, like I said, the 20% of my actions that drive 80% of our outcomes. And so what I've decided those things are networking with other sellers and other suppliers, and that can take the form of meeting them in person, being on calls with them, and also just growing my social media presence, right? My Twitter presence and my YouTube presence primarily, because growing those channels has really provided a lot of incoming leads for us in the form of suppliers and products and partnerships, so that the efforts to build those channels absolutely falls into my 20% of very effective inputs. Now, the other things that I do as a business owner that contribute to that 80% of outputs is focusing on purchasing, right? Because we only make money when we spend money. So I try to spend a lot of my time either approving purchase orders or training our buyers on what to look for, and generally just getting better at purchasing more and better inventory. And then the final thing that I've really identified as being one of the big levers that influences 80% of our outputs is focusing on team and focusing on delegation. So really training the team, making sure that their skills are sharp, giving them anything that they need to carry out some of those lower level tasks, and really just putting them in a position to succeed is absolutely one of my inputs that is driving 80% of our outputs. So really, to summarize what we went over in this video, again, it's not rocket science at the end of the day. It just comes down to being cognizant of these things on a daily basis and trying to orient your life and your business around those 20% inputs that drive the 80% outputs. So 80-20 applies to our suppliers, where again, 20% of our suppliers account for about 80% of the products that we're buying. It applies to our products in the sense that 20% of our active SKUs will typically account for 80% of our profit. And then it applies to my daily efforts as well. So I know that 20% of the things that I'm doing on a daily basis are driving 80% of our results as a business. So the key comes down to identifying what that 20% is and really hammering it and focusing on it. So if this kind of video was helpful, please let me know. Be sure to leave a comment and let me know what other video topics you'd like to see. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more.